Welcome to Module 1. This module is all about the mortgage marketing success foundation you need to develop in order to achieve massive success in your mortgage business. In this module, you'll discover why just trying to close a few deals a month is killing your mortgage business. I'll show you how to use your competitors to skyrocket your mortgage business and close more deals. And I'll also show you how to overcome your own self-doubts and self-destructive habits that are holding you back from succeeding, while revealing the real secret behind the success of other millionaire loan officers, while giving you 8 key performance indicators that you must measure and track, or you'll struggle to consistently close more deals. But first things first, I want to ask you one question before we get started. Do you have big goals for your mortgage business? Here's what I mean. Ultimately, small goals equal small results. Small goals like only closing 1 to 2 deals per month, or only handing out 5 business cards each day, or generating just 5 hot leads per month, or even something like getting a small desk that you can just use a couple times a week in your broker's office, or just making 5 phone calls a day, or sending out 3 thank you cards. While these are good action items, they're very small goals and they'll only get you small results. But on the other hand, when you have big goals, you'll be able to achieve bigger results. For example, when your goal is to close 20 to 30 deals per month, you begin to look at things very differently in your mortgage business. Or when your goal is to create marketing systems that generate 100 qualified homebuyer leads each month, or 100 hot refinance leads each month, then you begin to see how much is really possible. Or a goal like getting your own broker's license and having unlimited earning potential, or even building and hiring a sales team to call your list of hundreds of hot leads each month. These are big goals which will result in big outcomes. And honestly, which one sounds more like you right now? See, the fact of the matter is, you will become as small as your controlling desire or as great as your dominant aspiration. That's a quote by James Allen. The truth is that most great achievements in life are the result of thinking big and aiming high. Small goals put chains, restrictions, and limits on your potential. But when you're working towards a big goal, you barrel right through tons of smaller goals by virtue of chasing that bigger goal. However, in order to become your very best, you have to think at a very high level. Because after you've set your sights on big goals, it's time to find a path to those goals, okay? But I know what you're thinking. Isn't achieving massive success like other superstar loan officers next to impossible? Well, no, not if you follow proven success models and systems. Because at the end of the day, it's like Isaac Newton said, if I have seen farther than others, it's because I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. And that's what you need to do in your mortgage business. You need to leverage the success and the systems of other successful loan officers. In his best-selling book called Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins, he says this: long ago, I realized that success leaves clues that people who produce outstanding results do very specific things to create those results. And actions are the source of all results. This process of discovering exactly and specifically what people do to produce a specific result is called modeling, success modeling more specifically. And modeling is the pathway to excellence. The movers and shakers of the world are often professional modelers, people who have mastered the art of learning everything they can by following other people's experience rather than just their own experience. And to model excellence, you should be a detective, an investigator, someone who asks lots of questions and tracks down all the clues to what produces that excellence. Building from the successes of others is one of the most fundamental aspects of most learning. So here's the foundation for success in your mortgage business. First, you have to believe that you can actually be a superstar or millionaire loan officer. That is the most basic foundation that you have to believe about yourself. Secondly, you need to start thinking like a superstar loan officer thinks. And then third, you have to start setting goals and run your mortgage business like one of the superstar millionaire loan officers does. Okay? So let's start by looking at the top 6 beliefs that instantly prevent any loan officer from achieving massive success. Number 1, you simply can't do it. Unless you've been following proven systems that others have used to accomplish success in the past, then you don't know what you can actually accomplish. Is it fair to not even give yourself a chance to accomplish something great? Why choose to be mediocre? right? You should always start by doing something small that you've never done before and begin to build upon that success until succeeding at new things becomes a part of who you are. The second limiting belief, thinking that it can't be done in your market. Yes, it can, but you may need to tweak or adjust your approach. If it's been done in another market, it can usually be done in your market. Because I know when a loan officer says it can't be done in my market or that offer won't work in my market, what that means is that they haven't found the right way to make it work in their market yet. Doesn't mean it can't be done. And until you try an approach or try a method or try a strategy that worked in another market, you'll never know whether it can or can't be done in your market. And while your marketplace and the borrowers in your area will certainly determine what some of the variables are for the success, your plan of attack and how you implement the system or the strategy will determine your success. Limiting belief number 3, thinking that it'll take too much time and effort to actually do something. Time and effort are not the deciding factors in most loan officers' success. You can put in a 60-hour work week and make $60,000 a year, or you can put in a 60-hour work week and make $1 million a year. Understanding that your income will not necessarily increase because you work harder is always a tough concept for most loan officers to accept, but it's true. You must work smarter, not just harder. You have to do both to be successful in this new market. Limiting belief number 4, thinking that it's too risky and that you'll just lose money again. See, here's the fact. If it's only risky if you don't measure and hold accountable your cost and relationships to the results that they produce. Here's what I mean. Managing the risk of growing your mortgage business can be easily managed by investing small amounts on a scheduled basis and then tracking those results before investing another dollar. Any dollar you spend that increases your net profits or commissions is ultimately a dollar well invested. And at the end of the day, it's not too risky when you break down marketing investments and strategy investments down into smaller dollar amounts and track your results to see what's working. Limiting belief number 5, thinking that your clients will only work with you because only you can deliver a certain product or program or some type of service. Listen, unfortunately, today's clients aren't loyal to you. They're loyal to the standards that you represent. So to reach your highest sales potential, you will have to learn how to teach others to deliver the standards that you've set. And regardless of the service that you provide, they can be duplicated by the right people implementing your systems. Keep in mind that systems are simply roadmaps or instructions that allow your standards to be repeated and duplicated easily to every prospect. Limiting belief number 6, coming up with a goal and then not achieving it is a very bad thing. In reality, it's not coming up with the goal and not achieving it that's the bad thing. It's coming up with the goal and then not even trying to achieve it that's the bad thing. The number one reason why more loan officers don't even attempt to reach their fullest potential is they have a fear of failure in front of others. See, success is never about avoiding failure. It's about coming up with a goal and then trying to accomplish it. The key to overcoming your fear is changing your perspective of failure to embrace it as just a part of your ongoing journey and as your true continuing education. See, at the end of the day, you must change your beliefs about what you can accomplish in order to accomplish something better. Because if you can't even change your belief system about yourself, then you really can't create $1 million mortgage business. It's just not possible for you because you don't believe. But once you believe, then it's time to put a plan into action. But one of the greatest stumbling blocks to achieving great success for loan officers who believe is they can't get their head around how obvious and uncomplicated massive success in their mortgage business can be. See, most loan officers incorrectly think that the road to success is hidden away, and if they could find it, it would be twisting, uphill, covered in fog, and full of pitfalls. Therefore, these loan officers distrust obvious and straightforward answers. They complicate these small, simple concepts because we think that the truth is common sense, but it's not. And then a lot of loan officers tend to gravitate towards secretive and mysterious things because they think that these type of strategies hold magical qualities. It's just not true. And then after even finding the path to success clear and simple, the temptation then becomes to go and make it so complicated again that it requires a rocket scientist to unravel the ball of yarn. But here's the reality. Making the simple complicated is what regular struggling loan officers do. They take simple little concepts like calling back and texting and emailing clients. They make that complicated. They got to get the right software, a new computer, a different phone system. They do all that stuff. But the loan officers that are successful, they are really good at making the complicated simple, meaning they have a process for how to train people. They have a process for how to run ads on Facebook. They have a simple process that they use to run ads on AdWords. And that's when it becomes awesomely simple. That's when it's creative. And that's a quote paraphrased by Charles Dominguez. So you need to overcome the complex. You see, all plans must be reduced to their simplest form, or simplicity, in other words, in order for you to be able to implement them successfully. No one can live or operate in complexity for very long and create lasting success. You can't have inner debates about what computer system to buy, what CRM to buy, what advertising programs to run, what coaches to hire, what marketing courses to take. You can't have 50 different options for each one. You have to make it simple. Pick one and then work with it. Because lasting success will always be determined by your ability to reduce things down to their simplest level and then take quick action. So here, with that in mind, here are your super simple focal points for your mortgage business. 1, you got to generate home buyer or purchase leads. 2, you have to generate refinance leads. 3, you have to learn how to leverage people, systems, and tools for your success. Now I want to give you the 9 ways that a superstar loan officer is dramatically different from the average loan officer. Number 1, superstar loan officers have a big reason for being in the mortgage business. The top loan officers have a purpose, a mission, or a need that in turn gives them tremendous focus and energy. Their big reason or big why brings big focus and big energy, while a little why or reason only brings little focus and little energy. Superstar loan officers know that by doing their best to accomplish their big why, everything will also be brought up to another level. Difference number 2, superstar loan officers develop the habits they need in order to accomplish their big goals. The truth of the matter is that your habits will either serve as a springboard to your next level of your success or as a quicksand pit that keeps you stuck at your current level. In short, the professional habits that you build will either empower you or restrict you from succeeding. The key is to focus on big goals, and consequently, you will be developing the habits that are necessary to achieve your highest level of success. Difference number 3 is superstar loan officers believe that massive lasting success, consistent success, is truly possible in every area of their business. It's a proven fact that if you truly believe something is possible, you tend to focus on the ways to make that possibility a reality. Also, if you don't think something is possible, then you will tend to focus on why it can't be done as well. Because ultimately, there are 3 stages of possibility thinking that people and loan officers can either get stuck in or go through, which is 1, nothing is possible, or 2, something is possible, or 3, anything that they put their mind to and take action towards can be achieved and is possible. See, ask yourself the following question. When presented with a challenge in your mortgage business, do you first think of the ways that you could succeed or the ways that you could fail? Because high-achieving loan officers are always looking for ways to get to their next level of success that they envision in their mind. And the only real question for a superstar loan officer is, what must they change and or do and or hire to get to their next level of success? And then, with that being said, is that how you view your mortgage business? Difference number 4. Superstar loan officers take massive action once they have charted a course and a plan to success. The issue for most loan officers is that they invest massive amounts of time gathering information, doing research, assembling all the tools that they'll need for success, and then they take little to no action at all. And in most cases, gathering all the tools and taking no action is a reflection of the inner fear that the loan officer has about reaching their goal. Superstar loan officers know that taking no action leads to no real progress towards their goals. Difference number 5, superstar loan officers are able to take productive action even if they feel fear. One of the big obstacles for most loan officers is that they take 1 or more steps forward, but because they hit a few roadblocks or issues along the way, they then become paralyzed by the fear of failing and take no action. And when most loan officers feel that fear, they tend to give in and lose all the momentum that they've gained instead of stopping and reflecting on what's truly going on in the heart and minds. In some cases, superstar loan officers are able to even use the fear of failure to motivate themselves to take massive action instead of being frozen with fear. Number 6, superstar loan officers know that they have to try many ideas and tactics to get the results that they desire. If you know that the odds of you succeeding in your mortgage business are 100 to 1, then if you have 100 attempts, you're guaranteed to succeed. And that's the perspective you have to have. Because superstar loan officers are able to control and manage their perception of their journey that they're taking on the road to their success. Glass half full or glass half empty, both are right, just depends on your perspective. And at the end of the day, superstar loan officers know that failure is just a stepping stone on their journey to success. They know they're going to experience temporary setbacks, but they build upon those setbacks to prevent them from happening again, and then learn from it, and then ultimately move forward again. Difference number 7. Superstar loan officers use ethical strategies to compete intensely for their clients. While most loan officers are just trying to make a living, superstar loan officers are striving to ethically dominate their competition. Most loan officers never even get to the point where they begin to think of dominating the marketplace because they don't understand how to implement winning strategies in the first place. And at the end of the day, guys, you can't fall in love with just following the rules that govern the mortgage industry. You have to learn how to use the gray area in between the rules to make money in the mortgage business. Difference number 8, superstar loan officers create and maintain standards that consistently deliver excellence to their clients as their mortgage business grows. The key to doing this is to clearly define what performance standards you need and then hold everyone accountable to meeting those standards or exceeding those standard levels. And the standards that superstar loan officers develop and implement are then used as part of their advertising and marketing campaign to help them stand head and shoulders above their competition. Developing and implementing the standards from the beginning of your mortgage career sets you on the path for tremendous success as your mortgage business grows. And difference number 9, superstar loan officers deliver an almost unbelievably high level of service that can rarely be matched by competitors. See, these loan officers have a burning desire to serve their clients, and they always focus on delivering a high level of service. Because the best loan officers know exactly why they should be hired and are able to tell their prospects in clear terms why they should do so. And they always keep in mind that refinancing homeowners want the lowest rates with the lowest fees in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of problems. That's the reality. And then they always keep in mind that buyers want the right home at the right price in the right time with the least amount of hassles as well. So now that you recognize the difference between an average loan officer and a superstar loan officer, let's go deep into their respective businesses. Now let's walk through the 9 key areas of your mortgage business that superstar loan officers measure, track, and improve. Key area number 1 is your leads generated. Leads are the lifeblood of your mortgage business. Without a consistent flow of leads, your mortgage business will eventually die. That's why you need to know how many leads you must generate in order to meet all of your other goals. You need to know the following. First, how many leads you're receiving each day and each week and each month for refinance deals and home buyer or purchase deals. Secondly, where are those leads coming from? Because one of the most important things you learn from tracking your leads is your conversion rates. You'll be working to get at 2 key conversion rates. 1, a conversion rate for converting home buyer leads into closed deals. And number 2, a conversion rate for converting refinance leads into closed deals. Number 2, apps and docs. Once a lead is generated, your nurturing campaign should be focused on getting your prospects to submit a complete app so that you can run a credit report and then collect the necessary documentation for income, employment, etc. The 3 main steps are 1, getting the application, 2, running the credit, and 3, gathering all the supporting documents. Number 3, loans and underwriting. This seems obvious to know, but many loan officers don't track how many of their leads are actually converting into loans and underwriting. Here are the 3 key numbers you need to know about loans and underwriting. 1, number of loan packages submitted. 2, the total volume of loans submitted. 3, the gross income or commission of the loan submitted. You should also separate purchase deals submitted from refinance deals submitted so that you have a great indicator of what direction your business is going in. Key area number 4, loans approved. After you begin tracking how many leads are converting into loans and underwriting, you now need to know how many are being approved. If the loan packages are not being approved, it's important that you begin to track and make a list of the reasons why they're being turned down and meet those steps. It's still important that at this point that you continue to separate purchase deals from refinance deals. Key area number 5, loans closed. After you begin tracking how many leads are converting into approved loans, you now need a tracking system to track how many of the approved loans are converted into closed deals. You also need to track your funding dates as well. Also, at this stage, you should still be separating purchase transactions from refinance transactions. And then key area number 6, money. You must think of your career as a business. Therefore, you will still need to know all the numbers and exactly where each dollar is going and coming from. Here's what you need to track. Your gross closed income. How much money did you make? Your budget. How much money did you spend? And then your net income, which is how much money did you earn as profit? And then your loan officer compensation. How much did you personally earn? Number 7, people skills. It's virtually impossible to maximize your personal and earning potential without others helping you. Here are the 3 major areas that you need help with. 1, recruiting. What people needs do you have? 2, training. What training needs do you have once you find the right people? And then 3, management. What performance or accountability issues do you have and do you need to address? Key area number 8, systems and tools. The first step in developing systems is to document your own methods in order to provide a blueprint for your team members to follow. Systems provide a way for you to guarantee that the standards you set are implemented by everyone that comes in contact with your leads. And tools are everything from computers, equipment, CRMs, phone systems, to something as simple as and vital as a job description for people you're hiring. So the question is, what new systems or tools do you need to add to be successful now? And what current systems or tools do you need to improve or upgrade? Your personal education should be prioritized and invested in, just like any other part of your business. Without your own personal development, you won't have the skills and knowledge to sustain the growth in your business. You need to ask yourself the following questions. What knowledge do I need to learn? What skills do I need to acquire? And what knowledge do the individuals and the team members of my staff need to learn? And what skills do they need to acquire? So in this module, we talked about how you can have big results without big goals. And how you do that is modeling the success of other successful loan officers. Because you have to believe, think, set goals, and run your mortgage business like a superstar loan officer from day one. And then don't allow your past negative beliefs to stop you from achieving success today. And narrow your focus down to the things that will get you the results that you want in order to reach your goals. You need to have a big reason why for being in the mortgage business. And you need to develop the right habits for achieving those big goals. And then you also need to believe that long-term success is possible. Take massive action after you have a good plan. Take productive action even in the face of fear. And try an unlimited amount of ideas and tactics while ethically competing at a high level. And then ultimately, when it comes to building your team, create high standards for everyone so that you can deliver unmatchable levels of service to your clients. And then lastly, you need to measure, track, and improve your leads generated, loans submitted, your money, commissions, the people and their team members, your systems and tools that you need in your mortgage business, and your personal education as well.